Hello students, and welcome to another lesson presented by the Learning Depot. I'm Lulu Shaw, and in today's lesson we will learn about direct and indirect objects. Let's begin. A direct object is a noun, noun phrase, or pronoun that receives the action of a transitive verb. An indirect object gets or receives the direct object. A direct object follows a transitive verb. A transitive verb transfers its action onto the direct object. Without a direct object, the verb in the sentence, for that matter, would not make sense. Let's look at these examples. Grandma baked a chocolate cake. Mark bought a car. The teacher assigns homework. In each example, the noun that follows the verb and completes the sense of the verb is the direct object. In other words, a direct object is a noun, noun phrase, or pronoun that receives the action of the transitive verb. Grandma baked. Baked what? A chocolate cake. Mark bought. Bought what? A car. The teacher assigns homework. What is assigned? Homework is assigned. If we say Grandma baked, Mark bought, the teacher assigns, the sentences would not make sense without the direct object. Remember that to find the direct object, the verb must be transitive and must answer the question, what or who. Let's go on to the indirect object. An indirect object is the recipient of the direct object. An indirect object cannot exist without a direct object because, in other words, the indirect object gets or receives the direct object. Now this may sound confusing, but it really is not. Think of it this way. Just like a direct object answers the question of what or who, an indirect object answers the question of to whom, or for what. Let's go back to our original sentences and let's insert an indirect object. Grandma baked me a chocolate cake. We know that the action of baked what? A chocolate cake, which is a noun phrase. Who is the chocolate cake for? A chocolate cake for whom? For me. Me is the indirect object in this sentence. We could also say this sentence another way. Grandma baked a chocolate cake for me. Here you can see the indirect object clearly because it follows the preposition for. Again, find the verb and ask the question, what or who baked what? A chocolate cake. That is the direct object. For whom or to whom? For me. That is the indirect object. Let's look at the next sentence. Mark bought a car for his mother. Again, if we look at the verb and ask what did Mark buy? He bought a car. That is the direct object. For whom or to whom? For his mother. His mother is the indirect object. Let's look at the next example. The teacher assigns homework. The teacher assigns homework to the class. If you follow the rules, you find the verb assigns what? Homework. Homework to whom or for whom? To the class. to the class is the indirect object. Remember that it is always possible to insert the preposition to or for before the indirect object without changing the meaning. To summarize, a direct and an indirect object can only exist when the verb is transitive. And furthermore, an indirect object can only exist when there is a direct object. A direct object receives the action of the verb and answers the question what or who. An indirect object gets or receives the direct object and is usually preceded by the prepositions to or for whom, for what, to whom. Remember to go back and review the parts of the video that you did not understand and leave a question in the comment below and I'll be sure to answer them. Thank you for watching and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you real soon.